Oui, bonsoir l'Afrique. It's the midweek hump and we are back. Hashtag Kwesé Sports is where all your sportstainment comes to life. We have a power pack show tonight with two guests making their way onto the couch tonight. But first, it's a welcome back to my partner in crime, Kundai. What?
I love it. I'm always complaining how much you always come at me like,
that's why I did it like that.
I'm so happy to have Kundai, but yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. It is a Wednesday. Yes, it is time for Hashtag Kwesé Sports, and I'm here in Kwesé Orange. That is how excited I am about today's show. Now, before we continue, don't forget you can follow us on all of our social media platforms, from Twitter to Instagram, YouTube, and of course, the World Wide Web. You can catch us at kwesé.com.
All right, your opinion matters on the show. Kundai told you where you can send us any of the thoughts that you have with regards to sports. All right, great. Always excited, as usual, on the hashtag couch. Right onto the action, and our first guest is no stranger to media attention. She has featured on numerous platforms promoting her love and passion for motorbikes. She runs her own website and blog called tankgirls.co.za and has over 20,000 subscribers. I need a lot of skills from her if I need to get my social media numbers up. But I tell you what, it's a great pleasure to introduce to the hashtag couch, Skinny Fun Schalkwyk. Skinny Fun Schalkwyk.
She's skinny, she's cute, she's
How's it going?
Yeah, I like it.
Great to have you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, this energy, can you handle it?
Barely.
Barely.
She rides bikes. She can handle this.
That has to be something that you deal with on a daily. Let's get straight into it. Where did your passion for riding begin?
Well, I just moved back to Joburg from Secunda, and I woke up one morning and thinking, I'm bored. I need a hobby. And I was thinking, what am I going to do? And I thought, motorcycles. I've never thought of motorcycles.
Wow.
That should be a challenge because I don't know anything about it. Yeah. So I decided, yeah.
But hold on. Kundai, when you were a young girl, I'm sure you wanted to be a netball player.
No.
Or you didn't want to be a netball player. What did you want to be?
I just wanted to be a housewife and make pie for my kids.
But the point I'm trying to make is, how do you arrive to just randomly choosing motorbiking?
I'm so interested in this. Like, my alter ego, my imaginary Kundai, she rides bikes. So having you in the studio, we're so excited. Just tell me about that first time that you got on a bike and just like, what was that about?
Yeah. That was actually quite embarrassing because when I eventually walked into the shop and I saw the bike, and I wanted the blue bike. I didn't even know what bike it was. And the day I went to fetch it, I said to the guy, won't you just pull that bike outside into the parking lot?
Yeah.
And he pulled it out, and there was quite a few people staring at this girl that's going to ride away on this super bike. And I was very nervous. And I said to him, how do you start it?
Oh, my gosh.
And he just looked at me, and he started the bike, and he saw I was still not sure. And he said, now you put it in gear. And I was like, where would they put gears on a bike? I'm trying to.
So what was the plan? How were you going to get this bike out of there?
Yeah.
I got it into gear. He said to me, 1 down, 5 up. I still thought, that's a great place to put the gears. That's awesome. And I left there. I didn't even stall the bike.
Weren't you scared, though? Like,
no.
Weren't you scared you're going to get involved in an accident?
No. I was scared that I was going to stall it and everyone's going to laugh. I was like, I've got to do this. So no.
Well, your first bike was a Yamaha R6. Not exactly ideal as a first-time rider.
No, not at all. When I stood there and I saw that blue bike and I wanted it, the friend that was standing with me, she said, you will not buy an R6 as a first-time bike.
Like, that's the number one rule.
No,
you don't
do it. And the salesman just said, Diederik, he said, no.
It's okay, go for it.
Just go. And it's not ideal. Don't do it, but I did.
Okay, so I know the blue bike, is that Billy Bob? Because I know your first bike was Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob, Billy Bob.
He's a legend.
Okay, all right.
And I know that you've collected a lot of other bikes, and you also name them, and I love how you name them. Can you tell everyone at home how you choose your names for your bikes?
Well, Billy Bob, he was just, I don't know, he was Billy Bob when I saw him, but all the others got horse names.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I named the one Tonto, until I found out Tonto was the Indian, the horse was silver. But he was named. He was a KTM 950.
Okay.
And then I got, after that I got a Triumph Scrambler. I called him Griet, Lieve Heksie. she had a donkey.
Wow,
that
would you
went-
like to say that again?
Yeah, please. And a translate as well.
Yeah.
Lieve Haxie, the show that was on SABC when we were little.
Okay.
There was a show, a little cartoon for kids. And when she messed up, she would go, "Well, Griet." And then a donkey would appear.
That's how you named it.
And it was Griet.
Great, love that.
And then I had Vonk, that was Volraad Woltemade back in 1800 or something.
And that's
He-
like proper Afrikaans
Yeah.
coming out now.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, yeah.
He
You
swam
that's
in-
a history lesson now.
Yeah, he swam into the ocean with his horse to rescue some sailors, and the horse's name was Vonk. And
That's really how you came up with the names.
yes.
This
The
is
one that I have
fascinating.
now, Brom, is an uncle of mine saw the bike and said, "What's a Brom pony do you have now?" And a pony is a horse for Afrikaans.
Okay.
And I said, "Brom." So his name will be Brom.
Cheval en français? Cheval en français?
Cheval,
en
yeah,
français?
nee.
Yeah. Wow. That's quite fascinating. Let's talk about stunt riding and the adrenaline behind that. Let us know.
Well, stunt riding happened when I had Billy Bob on the farm, and I couldn't get him off the farm. I couldn't go for rides, and I couldn't go to the track anymore.
Oh, shame, Billy Bob.
Yeah, and I decided, stunt riding. I haven't tried that one yet. So I phoned a guy that I knew was stunt riding, and I asked him, "Will you help me?" He said, "Yeah, sure." So we've got a spot there close to Pelindaba that every now and then we all get together. And it's taken me forever to learn the stuff. I think I'm too old and I'm too scared to crash and stuff.
Never too
Never
old.
old.
Never too old.
So, but yeah, he's taken me under his wing and he started showing me all these things. So I love it. It's a challenge.
Okay, so let's hear, because when I think motorcycles, the first thing I think is injuries.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Obviously, you've had a couple, especially with the stunt riding. So how bad has it been?
This collarbone that's broken now.
Broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I broke it a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
That was the first one of stunt crashing.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't have wood anywhere. Touch wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was the first crash I've had with stunt riding. But I have crashed so many times on the road. I know that Sunning Hill Hospital serves bobotie on a Wednesday,
Oh
on a
my
Thursday,
goodness, loving
and
this.
their cheesecake on a Friday is quite good.
So we should just go there and cheesecake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on a
then
Friday.
leave
When
on a
you have to go
Friday.
to hospital, go on a Friday.
And that's from all the injuries you've encountered and meeting the people at the hospital.
Yes.
Wow.
No, the people at the hospital know me by now. They do.
All right. So did you have a stunt riding mentor? Because I'm thinking you need someone to show you the reins before you get into something so dangerous.
Oh, yes. Every now and then I'll try a new stunt, and luckily Niku is there, Niku Hesselman. He's the only guy that's decided to help me out. But I'll do something.
No one else wanted the job. Everyone else was too scared.
No. I think everyone
want
just
it.
looked and said, "A girl stunt riding? No." No. So he said, "No, he'll help me," and it has saved me so many times. Because every now and then I'll try something, and he'll stop me. No, not like that. So, yes, yeah.
I mean, what's your perception on women being involved in stunt riding? Why is it not so accepted that women can get down and dirty and break their bones like men?
The collarbones.
You know?
Yeah. Well, there's not that many women that ride. It's probably my opinion is not an accepted opinion, but I do think women tend to want to get married and want to have kids, and therefore motorcycling is a dangerous sport and it doesn't really go with raising kids. So there's not that many women that does motorcycling, and then if you want to take it a step further and go and do crazy stuff like do wheelies and stand-ups, and it's not popular.
Not okay. No, I can die. Your thoughts on that? Not enough women involved in that sport.
Well, I think she's right, like what she's saying. I think it's always, just in general, women in sport, it's always, I think, about the support system and, how many people have gone ahead and, how exposed, I guess, that, demographic is to women racing. But I know that you do so many fun races, which, I'm always like, oh, motorcycling, okay, but you do lots of fun stuff. So tell us, I wanted to hear about the Distinguished Gentleman Run.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
That one, how many years have it been going now? Quite a few years. But it goes all over the world on the last Sunday of September. I think this year there was 160.
It's my birthday. Yay! Hey.
You should join that because
should.
it's distinguished
I should.
gentlemen.
You're almost there.
Almost
try
there,
to
guys. Do you
little-
think so, Africa? Am I almost there? The distinguished man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go all over the world. I think there was 160 cities all over the world and collect money for prostate cancer research. And the idea is to come in old bikes, so classic bikes, bobbers and that kind of stuff, and dress up like a dapper old man
Yeah.
with cravats and...
Hey, cravats, huh?
Yeah. She wore her high school blazer, the last one, and I said to you earlier, I couldn't believe that you could fit into it. I don't think I could fit into my high school blazer. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, yeah.
I was impressed. I was really impressed. And I still had my farewell notes in the one pocket.
Oh, my goodness.
That's quite sweet.
No, so sweet.
Nice pre-TBT, if you ask me.
10-year challenge.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Skitty, your blog, tankgirls.co.za, it has a great following. And you have some huge numbers, right? You got some big numbers, to be honest. But what do you think is the key in keeping people interested in digital content nowadays?
Well, to me, it's hard work, but I try and not flood people with information, but I try and keep them updated every single day. So every day I give them something interesting, a short video, a poster. So if you give too much information, people are also like, no. But if you just let it go for a while, people lose interest in it. So just every day, keep to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, persistence, eh? That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So many questions to ask, but I guess I'm going to have to catch you after the show because, Skinny, we have had such a wonderful time having you on the show and getting some insight into motorcycles. And, you know, like she's been encouraging me that maybe I should learn and, you know, maybe I can ride out with her a little bit. So that might happen soon. Keep it posted. But up next is our social media butterfly, Felicia Indesby, and her take on what is happening in the world of social media. Take a look at this.
A hashtag hello to you guys. We've got the good, the sad,